Well, hello. um, yeah, let's. Oh, let me show you this real quick. I remember telling you all about this, but I didn't show it. So this is the current build that I have for Alm. The C skill is something that I do want to change. I guess cancer control is good, but I really like the infantry pulse because it makes goals. But also, if I do that, I don't know. Does it still work? I think it does. um, I think it does still work with because it's kind of like what's her name with Pavis. But then Pavis is a defensive special, so it doesn't matter. But the thing is, this you need 3. And even though he still has 3, he's just gonna get this before, start a turn. So it should still work. But there are different options that I have. I can run, he has so much stuff. I could run. I was doing tests between Gust versus Godlike Reflexes. I find that he performs a bit better with Gust. Flash Sparrow, I think, is his best skill for player phasing. Yeah, he has a bunch of different stuff. I gave him Potent. Did I not give him Potent? Oh, okay, I didn't give him Potent. Not Potent. More true damage from Assassin Strike. But it looks like I didn't make that final decision because Gambit. Remember I was saying that I think that Gambit does a similar amount of damage as compared to Assassin Strike. Let me show you that as well. Speed Smoke. Man, these smoke skills, I mean, probably this one, Death Res Smoke, is the only one that's relevant currently. Attack Mode, Speed Smoke, they've basically just been completely power crept. Who am I going to show you the thing with? Who did I give Assassin Strike to? I'm going to show you the defense replays in a bit, but in a second. But I just wanted to remember what I did. Is it this one? Yeah. Who has Assassin Strike? But also has Potent. Not Potent, Gambit. Ah. Anna. It could just be an Anna thing. I'm not sure. But the damage output is, I guess that's fine. Roughly the same. This was me trying to find a use for Anna.
Hurry up, hurry up!
Let's pop this.
Welcome! Need help?
Swap, actually.
Where's the party?
37. And this becomes how much?
Ready for your shift? Ready? Yes, Lady Anna!
32.
It's decided then.
The party's over.
Okay. Let's try that again. Oh, my bad. Let's actually surrender first. Change. How much was that? 37? 32? He had some damage reduction thing, so it wasn't that much. But yeah, same thing.
Any customers?
Different skill.
We value your business.
Is it time?
Hurry up, hurry up!
Now let's actually
Bring in
see the
those
damage.
customers.
36. Now, I don't know if that's like specifically, as I was saying, the thing about Anna, but that's really not that much different. And also, it could just be, you know, Alphonse, because more damage equals more damage reduction. Is that how it works? I don't know. Something kind of like that is what I'm thinking, but it's really not that different. So, I mean, if you don't like have Assassin Strike, you probably don't have to go like out of your way to get it, because I don't know, man. It doesn't seem to like Gambit seems to be a good enough alternative. Let me show you something else.
Let us begin.
3 spaces. Can you get there? I think you can.
Where's the party? Welcome. Need help?
I guess it's really like matchup dependent in terms of if you're using her against someone that can pierce the R or not, because Gambit is like completely pierceable the R, so like if you're like fighting someone like Alphonse, it probably would work out in your benefit to run Assassin Strike, since the damage reduction you're getting is pierceable anyway, so it might not really matter.
Is it time?
We'll do our best.
Let us begin.
1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is with Felix. 55 times 2.
Ready for your shift? This one's on the house.
76. And we're gonna do one without Felix. Let's reposition the same way that we did the last time as well. The Hush Spectrum is also playing a part in speed checks, damage output, stuff like that, but that's not the main thing that I'm showing right now.
Hurry up, hurry up!
What I'm showing is really the Felix, the Sedith difference. Did I say Felix earlier? I meant Sedith. 42.
Where's the party?
55. That is a massive stat swing. That's like plus 13. Am I wrong? Yeah, that's a massive stat swing. That's literally the difference between living and dying. She was outspeeding Felix, but she was dying to the counterattack. She wasn't able to take him out in one hit. And yeah, just goes to show you how this refine is really, really good. Like, really good. If they give someone like Muspel this refine, my god, you're cooking. But yeah, enough of that. Let's get to the defenses. I think Muspel will definitely like cook if he gets a similar refine to what Sedith got. But in any case, this was the defense that I ran this week. It is utter garbage. This defense is really bad. I'm really surprised that I got any wins out of this, but you know, good units, so it is to be expected, I guess. But as a cohesive system or defense or team, not the greatest. Really, my focus was to see how the terrain works. And how my opponents would play into the defense once the terrain was like, you know, in place. This first match here, I was still trying to figure stuff out. They got me kind of early. Not necessarily their fault or anyone's fault. I was just really late. I was like 2 hours into building this defense, and that's when I got hit. So they got me before I was like really finished with it, but it really wasn't a lot of different changes or significant changes that I made after the fact. So these are the units. Finally got a merge on Baby Robin, which, I mean, best unit in the game in my, well, might be exaggerating there, but they're really, really good. Like S tier, definitely, S+. Medius, because Bull Towers, although I've been noticing lately that most people don't use their Bolt Tower even when Bolt Tower season is available, which is weird because you do have 3 turns or like turns like not every I think people have gotten so scarred because defenses have become so oppressive in terms of how they attack on the first turn. So people have just like stopped depending as much on their Bolt Towers to do any Bolt Tower things. I could just be generalizing, maybe everyone else is using their Bolt Towers effectively, but not that it would work in this situation, but I did notice that a few people were like in previous seasons just ignoring the Bolt Tower altogether and just going all in on the first turn, either by underestimating the defense that they were looking at, or just by like not caring. I don't know, man. Lose on the first turn, lose on the third turn. What's the difference, I guess? But it is there. If you are a part of the Bolt Tower gang, I am definitely not. But I mean, for those out there that are, more power to you. Hopefully, you're getting the benefits of the Bolt Tower. But yeah, one of the other things that I wanted to test out as well, or just like get experience with, is the Robins here, and in terms of how they perform. It's really like a comparative analysis between the two of them. I figured the best way to do that was to have both of them on a defense and to see how it pans out. Micaiah here is basically for the penalty cleansing as well as the mobility, although I mean I could have like used any other mobility unit, but the penalty neutralization, or the not even neutralization, just the removal of the penalties is such a big thing these days, because debuffs are like literally everywhere. So this is also something that I wanted to see, because I realized, or I knew that people would start like, this is probably the best time to figure out how people are going to be using Brave Robin on offense, which is why I didn't really put a lot of emphasis in terms of building a really good defense this week. Plus 10 Felix here. Congrats. And yeah. From here, I guess it's probably just best to just watch it go along. Some of the major flaws with this defense, I don't even think there's a point in talking about the major flaws, because really all this is that I swapped out Winter Edelgard for Micaiah, and then I swapped out Not for the Robin. So that's really the main changes here. Nothing too crazy. It's really just the same layout but with different units, and it's not really meant to stick around, because one of the flaws here is that Baby Duo Robin just doesn't rally, or he doesn't perform his positional assist. Kudos to this opponent for actually waiting on his Bolt Tower to proc. Myr consistently, Bernadetta consistently wins this matchup against Myr, unless you have like some additional support on Myr.
Stay alive, Bernie.
But Bernie consistently wins this, which is good. And basically what that means is that Amelia is now the best far save in the game, because the only thing that really kills Amelia is Micaiah's, and like Nurgle's sometimes. But yeah, Duo Baby Robin just doesn't rally. I mean, he did it there, but like if you bait the defense like from the front, they won't rally, which is kind of annoying. It's because they share the same range as everyone else because of Micaiah, so they can just warp in without attacking, and also sabotage is already being inflicted by Brave Robin, which is a knock against pairing the two of them together. Unless you build it differently, I guess you could probably still do it, but that's really what I wanted to happen. I wanted them to basically do... I lose afterwards. There's no point in me playing all of that. He, just goes on and wins. But I guess if you build it differently, the two of them could probably work together better. But I didn't really want to put too much thought into it. I want to use one or the other. I think that's what I'm leaning towards. Here she is again. Another Felix. Felix is literally like everywhere, man. He's gonna be in, I think the majority of these you're gonna see Felix. Very rare. Like, I'm just looking at this defense, like the layout that I have now, and it is so different from what I had originally. I would never purposefully box in my units before, but now it's like, it's a thing. You can do it because Celica Ring. And there's so much warping now that there's so many ways to get around stuff, like structures, that it doesn't even matter, you know? And that's great. That's really good. It promotes different ways to build your defenses, and that's what you really want. Again, Bernie versus Myr. Very consistent. Bernie wins this. I'm probably gonna drop Prime off my Bernie as well and give her like Flared Sparrow or something, because typically it's very hard to get her to have the bonuses required to make the Prime work. So I'm probably going to give her a Flared Sparrow or something. Maybe a catch skill. I don't know. Catch might actually be bad since she's going to reflect the debuffs off. I really like that advantage effect, but I can't get it to work because I run the healing tower. I really wanted to put Bernie on defense as well, but again, I run the healing tower, so it's very inconsistent. I was trying to put Bernie in the Robin spot, but she doesn't have enough defensive bulk for that to make sense.
Yeah. A waste of my time.
Micaiah living that is impressive. Like, but then again, minus 50 attack.
My weapon.
Minus 50 attack is yeah, that's a lot. You kind of need those stats, right? You definitely need those. One of the other things I was really impressed about with this defense is, or just like as a unit in general, I was very impressed with how Gold Mary.
These shoes hurt.
Minus 66, my god. Yeah, I was very impressed with how Gold Mary like was keeping the enemies or like the offensive team out. I really like that. Like she's really good as a wall, which is really what I left her there for. So good job to Gold Mary for that. But unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to replace her with a near save because I don't have enough bulky mages to like fit these frontline slots. So there's definitely gonna have to be some type of save unit introduced, unless I'm gonna like swap around the defense and like put all my bulky units in front. But it's difficult to make your ranges work if you build your team like that. Alphonse does not win this matchup against Gold Mary.
The battle is mine.
But as you can see, she does nothing against him, so silly things. And I'm also impressed that she was able to live that Veronica as well, even with the no quarter that was going to proc on the second hit. Gold Mary was outspeeding more than likely, so very good to see.
I'll protect the Exalt. For peace.
I tried, Father.
Alphonse, man, I don't know. Man. Alphonse. I know I said earlier that Robin wasn't rallying, but apparently, like, literally every match so far she's been rallying. Um, but trust me, it's very inconsistent. It's not something that you can depend on. It chases well, but it doesn't. She doesn't. They don't. The baby version doesn't do it when I need them to do it. It's really annoying. Would not recommend. This was pretty interesting with the goat squads. Like literally all the goats here, plus 10 Nerthus, plus 6 Freyr, plus 10 Freyr, plus 10 Nerthus. They're missing New Year's Nerthus. I guess they skipped that one. And then plus 10 Micaiah here. So the goat squad. And then, of course, Emblemike, because why not? Why not just throw him there? Oh, and by the way, this is Gold Mary. I think I might try to plus 10 her, like, over time. I just really like the unit. I think she'll probably get a good refine as well, because her weapon has, like, 0 text. And we know how IS loves to give out those long paragraphs, so she's probably due for a good refine in 5-6 years. Maybe even faster, because I don't know, they're getting to a point where the refines are probably gonna speed up. Well, maybe not. I could be wrong, because the rate of the refines are based off the amount of skills that are being added to the game. So if you don't have skills to give to the units, you don't want every unit doing the same thing from your refines, which is kind of what we had at like early on in the game. A lot of the refines were the same thing, -4, stuff like that. Very impressed that Micaiah was able to live that. And one of the things that I realized that I was forgetting lately is that Loki is actually a good unit. Yep, Loki is actually a really good unit, in case you forgot. And then this, I do not know how she was able to outspeed this Nerthus. Because Nerthus, I think, has the... or maybe she doesn't. Maybe that's just Freyr, has the Binding Necklace effect. But... wow. 61. That was also impressive. And then pinning Micaiah there. And that's that. Very impressive. Trash unit. Trash. Trash. And then from here is just like losses. Pretty much this is where we just like got to the higher tiered players, which is basically what I expected. Slash the wins. I expected to lose way more matches than I won. Milla. This high dragon wall would have played a factor in the movement of my team, if not for Felix. They're going to do exactly what you see being lined up here. And I realized, at this point is when I realized that the stone terrain is utterly meaningless. And also that I'm probably going to have to start running a far save again, a near save again, because there aren't many units in the game that are able to survive AoE Felix, or just regular Felix. I mean, I could have put Alphonse there, but Alphonse, he didn't really serve a purpose on my defense, because you can't get him to initiate. Unless I were to give him the Celica ring, but then it would mess up the ranges of the team, and you don't want Alphonse running off on his own to attack stuff, because he does need to have people around him for a lot of his stuff to work. So yeah, this was a very good clear. Very good clear. The traps really just don't matter, man. Man. Felix. Well, they win from here. Really not much else for me to be languishing about. They're gonna... Mia clears the rest of that. Man, I really actually wanted to make this a bit shorter, but doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. Sita, hopefully, legendary Sita gets a decent refine in the future. She has like a lot of the components that will indicate that she'll get a good refine. But it's just to see how they put it together, I guess. This pairing was actually inspired. I didn't consider this. So this is also another good Claire. Something that I did not consider. Ike doesn't die here, but also I think Goldberry survives, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
This one's mine.
Now the reason that Goldberry went first there is that if anyone else attacked, they would have died. Reason being is that, well, ignore the full penalty doubler. That just happened because Ike attacked. But as you can see, Ike has no debuffs because Micaiah, and I didn't consider that pairing. Even if they're not like right next to each, as long as she's within the spaces necessary to cleanse his debuffs, this Brave Robin is basically useless, which is not something that I considered, and that's what made me realize how much better Baby Robin is, because the debuffs are gone. Like, the whole thing that makes her like good against Ike is to have Hush Spectrum on him. Granted, there are ways around Hush Spectrum if you have like Rally Spectrum support or anything that can guarantee that you get great Ether off to counteract the Hush Spectrum. You know, that's great. But then the debuffs from like Hush Spectrum also play a part in the amount of damage that you do, because it's -5 to all stats, I believe. So that gives you more damage and stuff. So you really want that to be inflicted on Ike because it helps everyone else on your team to perform better against him. But if you pair Ike with Micaiah, or let's say this is Chaos Season and you pair him with Freyr, what she does is essentially useless, and she basically, everyone is gonna die because of that. And I didn't consider that pairing, Micaiah and Ike together. That's actually a really good pairing.
Witness my strategy.
But also, because Dual Robin here, because of the build that I have here, the fact that Dual Robin didn't rally, yeah, they're just gonna suicide into Ike here, and no bueno.
Try a little harder for me.
No bueno at all. Even exposure is gone. I'm not getting the +10 true damage from Micaiah's debuffs as well, because I am also running Micaiah. So yeah, really good pairing. And also Panic Smoke on Ike doing wonders here. Very good skill. I think, like, to counter this, you really want to have Scowl built into the weapon, like Dual Robin, Duo Byleth rather, or Summer or Armored one, whichever, Summer or Christmas. You really want to have Scowl built in so that he doesn't get his special off, but not that it really matters. He'll probably just kill everyone else. So GG is very good matchup there. He clears pretty easily from there. These are all the rematches that you saw this week. Then we have another player doing the same Felix play. You may be wondering, why didn't I just move things around, but it would have affected too much if I did that. I just left it as is. Also, I wanted to see how many people would think of the same play, and apparently it's pretty obvious to just let Felix warp in there and kill everyone. It's like a flaw in the defense, and there are a lot of people who picked it up.
I cannot lose.
Very impressed.
A waste of my time.
Alright, sorry about that. Where were we? 30 minutes in.
Leave my sight.
Impressed that it took 2 hits for Felix to get this kill, but Baby Dual Robin again. The better unit, the better Robin, in my opinion. Of all the Robins, in fact. I mean, probably, they're not all similar, but I think Baby Dual Robin is probably the best. Very smart play here. Lock down Gold Mary and force everyone else to fight Diamant. Not the best matchups here for everyone else. Man, Mur is just goated, man. Mur is so good. Gale Force Diamant. Anyways, pretty easy for them to clear from there. Oh, was it this one that I just played, or? Oh, okay. This is the next one. Okay. What was this again? Growing Wind this time. And there's Pinette. I'm always impressed with how much 67 is. A lot, man. Wings of Mercy, plus 10 Freya. And Baby Golvig, who is fantastic for these types of plays. Not much we can do about eating the Growing Wind there. That is just quite unfortunate. And again, yeah, the Ice Terrain is pretty useless. It's pretty... I mean, it's there, but it's also pretty useless. Yeah. Felix can just do that, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, imagine that was a near save. It would probably... Imagine if that was Gatry. He wouldn't have been able to do that, I don't think. But then I would need to have Breath of Life on someone else. So, I don't know. Probably Micaiah. But then that drops the number of nukes that I have. Well, really, I'd be removing Gold Mary, which makes me kind of sad. I don't want to take Gold Mary out, but I'm gonna need to run a near save. It looks like, since Felix is pretty much everywhere. Still got actions. Wow. Yep. And that's pretty much GG's. Yep. And this is the last one. I'm glad I was able to keep it below 40 minutes. I thought this would go on forever. They didn't play this one particularly well because they end up losing the unit, even though they have Felix here. They could have played this one a bit better. But they still got, or they took the one unit lost. Now, my thoughts are like, who do I replace Brave Robin with? Since, yeah, I've made the decision that the ice terrain is like not beneficial to me here. What newt do I replace her with? Because I have to replace her. I don't know. The idea was that, you know, her plus Micaiah would be enough to stop people from Micaiah and me, but I guess it just didn't work out in my favor. And then there was also that little trap there, but it never popped off. Plus 42 speed, jeez. What happened here? I didn't actually watch this one, so I don't know how they ended up losing a unit. Wow, Edelgard needs 2 hits. How do they lose a unit here? Or did they already lose the unit and I wasn't paying attention? Oh, okay. This is 5, right? It already happened? I totally missed it. Alright, I guess you guys already saw it, so there's no point in me, like, having you... This is 5, right? Or am I going crazy? Wait, no, this is 6. Okay, it hasn't happened yet? Okay, alright, let's see. Oh, okay, Loki.
Try a little harder for me.
Okay.
Where's my weapon?
Yeah, Loki, good unit. I keep forgetting. Alright, that's enough. And that is pretty much that. I mean, overall, my thoughts are... I think I mentioned this. I think Baby Dual Robin is definitely the better support option. If you didn't pick her up, I think the banner is out now, the double special heroes banner. Highly recommend that you pick up a copy instead of getting the Brave version, because the Brave version is in the regular pool, so you have opportunities to pick her up like later on. But I highly recommend getting Baby Robin. She is really good. Yeah, the rally, I'm very surprised at how often the rally went off, because I could not for the life of me get the rally to work, but apparently I was clearly doing something wrong, because they rallied quite a bit. But yeah, this was the team. Loki here with ground orders. She was really going to be the one to warp in with the Celica Ring and like do damage. And then Goldmary here, who I'm going to have to replace with a near save. I really love this A skill on Goldmary. It's very good. It makes her way tankier, but yeah, that's GG's to that. And this pairing with her plus Goldmary is good, because Goldmary doesn't have no follow-up, so that's great. She gets it from somewhere. Jimbro plus Becky are going to be bonus next season, so that's wonderful for Chaos Season. I don't have to like do much work. There's the legendary Sigurd. This is probably the last time we're going to see him as a bonus option. Well, I don't know. Maybe I think that was just for Arena, no? So he'll probably still be bonus in Ether raids. I think it specifically said Arena. I don't remember. But there's that to be considered. Finished in tier 38. Yeah. 2 points off. No big deal. It's going to be light season again after this, so that's great, because I get more blessings and I don't have to waste any of my dark blessings, so that is fantastic. Is there anything here that I want to bring up? Let me show you the builds that I had. I decided to go with Brash Assault 4 instead of Occultist Strike, because I was thinking that since she has that Miracle, so she can probably take a hit and then follow up and try to take out the enemy that way. But I don't know. I don't remember if I said this on a video or not, but she just doesn't kill dragons, which is weird because she has a dragon effective weapon. You'd think that she'd be able to kill dragons, but no. She really fails. She's terrible at doing the thing that she's supposed to do. Definitely needs to refine. This is my Sigurd. I'm trying to get attack speed excel, but it has so far been elusive. But overall, I really like this build. A ton of true damage, a ton of attack and speed, and he just puts in work. I really like Sigurd as a unit design. What he does is pretty cool. There's Ather there, and I have no intention of getting the Selith because as an enemy phase unit, he is pretty much done. The only thing he had was the Miracle gimmick and the damage reduction, which doesn't matter anymore since damage reduction is pretty much pierceable now. It basically doesn't exist unless you have flat DR. yeah, we're gonna go with Golvig again. Hopefully she sweeps. I don't think there's anything else that I want to show that I can really think of. I really like this Ather build. It's cool. I think I showed it off before. I would love to upgrade this Pala, but I don't know what skills to give her. I keep like vacillating between Guard Bearing and Gambit. I can't make a decision. And then I think I want to give her Attack Defense Excel, but I don't have any Spirit copies of that. Plan on investing in this Kajel. I'm just waiting for a better B skill for armors so that I can go all in. But she's really good with the Armored Blades. She's very good. Here's my Mycen. He actually is able to take out Ikes if you can get the No Quarter pre-charged. And here's my Brave Erica. I think I remember telling you all that she is able to kill or take out Alphons, but it's really close. So, matter of fact, I can show you right now. Even though this is 41 minutes, I mean, what's a couple extra minutes? It doesn't matter. Here's a treat for those who sticked around. Now, I won't be able to get the No Quarter pre-charged, but you will see that it doesn't matter.
Is it time?
At least on turn 1, it doesn't matter. I would imagine on the following turns, as he gets more defensive bulk, he will be more capable of surviving this. The amount of damage she took right there is why I was hoping that Pulse Smog was inheritable to Calves, because she would have done a lot better if she would have taken a lot less damage if she had a way to get Scowl, because her B skill is locked. So her C skill is really the next best bet in terms of being able to get that that cooldown reduction on the enemy. So yeah, unfortunate that that is not the case. Fog is locked to melee units, and that sucks. To dagger units, and that sucks. Blade Session here really does make a difference in this matchup against Felix. Or if I had used Hush Spectrum, I would have been able to meet the speed difference, but now that I can... I guess also if you have more investment into Erica, she'll just one-shot him. But I don't really have more than a +1. Okay. And that is that. I guess I could show you her fighting Ike, but I mean, who really... I would definitely need to pre-charge the special for that to work out, but... yeah, that's pretty much it. Brave Robin, I think her... Summoner duels, and that's about it. I don't think she really has a place outside of that. That's what I take away from this week. Do with that what you will. GG's. See you in the next one.